Wellity. Check this out. This is a first for me. I'm going to use some very simple ingredients and make a homemade pizza without having to go through the pizza dough process. So what we have right now is a PizzaTeig XXL. That's 550 grams, if you wanted to know. And what this is, you can find this at your local Edeka, Kaufland, big box stores. You can also find it at Lidl. You can find it at Aldi. And it's really awesome because it's already made for you. This one is the XXL version. So it's a square, but also it's enough to feed an entire family. If you have a family of 4 and some dogs. Anyways, also Mexican cheese. I know what you're thinking. What kind of pizza are you making with some Mexican cheese blend? Well, let me tell you something about this. 4 cheese Mexican. Don't let the Mexican part fool you. It is very good because you're going to have a mixture of different kinds of cheeses going on. The thing is, you don't really have to use 4 cheese Mexican if you don't want to. You can use any blend of cheese, but it has to be shredded, obviously. It's for pizza. And then you can have any style salami. So you can do pepperonis, salami. You can do any kind that you see at an Aldi or a Lidl. It doesn't matter as long as you have some toppings, you know what I mean? So I wanted to make this as simple as possible. But what you also need is one of the main ingredients. I totally forgot to put it on the table. But you want, it is 420 grams of Italian pizza sauce. You can make that yourself too, if you really want to. But this is one of those things where if you want to eat quickly, you just got home from work, and you have nothing really in the fridge, these simple ingredients right here will get the party started. So this is how we're going to do it. First, we're going to move some of these ingredients over here. Also, your oven has to be at 220, just to let you know. And for all of those up there that have a problem with like the German ovens and the American ovens, it's pretty dang simple. And I know I'm going to get a lot of feedback for this. And that is the actual oven temperature. You'll always find it on the packaging of any of the products you get from Germany, especially things that have to go in the oven, like PizzaTeig. Right here in the front, you're going to see exactly what you need to put it on. Now, some of the settings on the oven may be different from you, but this is just straight up oven, both burners, top and bottom on it. And it is, you need to put that on for 220 degrees Celsius. So what you want to do is, you want to cut open the PizzaTeig. And I know I'm saying that wrong too. And so what happens here is, this is amazing for you guys that have never seen this before. Or if you pass this in the store and wonder, what is that? It has the word pizza on it, right? Before I throw it away, it is 15 to 20 minutes in the oven. Try to remember that. So it comes in its own like pizza wrapping. It comes as those kind of like wax paper wrapping. And it also starts for you. So basically, it unwraps. And I'll pull it out so you guys can see what's going on. Cool thing about this, it's cooking paper, parchment paper, whatever paper you want to call it. But it can also be put in the oven. Can you believe that nonsense? Well, it's the truth. Look at that. This is what makes it XXL. Hope you guys can see that. Right there. XXL. Goodness gracious. Nice square. So what you want to do is take your Italian sauce. You want to spread this on there very nicely, but evenly. So we're going to do it like the Italians do it. Right in the middle. And then circular motions, people. I know it's a square. This is the fun part. Get the kids involved. Seriously. You can already smell it. You know what it kind of smells like? Spaghetti. Cover it as much as possible. There we go. Check it out. you do not want to smother this. I'll tell you why. It's still a thin pizza dough layer, and the more sauce you put on it, the more mushy it gets. You still have half of a sauce left right there. Anyways, now, a lot of people are going to argue about this. What do you put on, the toppings and then the cheese, or the cheese and then the toppings? You can do whatever you want. I'll tell you how it works out for me, though. Take the entire blend. So what we do is, we're going to sprinkle that Mexican 4-cheese blend. And don't you worry about it. If you don't have Mexican 4-cheese blend, get you some sharp cheddar. Get you some mozzarella. Mozzarella is also good. I actually got some in the fridge. Am I going to use it? No. So anyways, there you go. Drop it like it's hot in there. Then you go ahead and put your salami / whatever you want to put on there. Pepperoni, salami. A lot of the Italian pizzerias will use salami. Do I know that for a fact? Am I just talking to be talking? Probably. Good thing is, like I said, PizzaTeig XXL. If you see that in the stores, get the XXL. Germans and their sizes are totally different. So, just saying that. I'm not saying anything bad about that. But their XL and their XXL are two really crazy things. So, just want to put... And the good thing is, let me tell you the price about this. This is really crazy. This is from the commissary, so it's going to vary from where you guys get your stuff. But the cheese I got for $2.29 for this little bag. You don't have to have a lot of cheese. As you can see, you still have a lot left. So go to your German dairy area, and you will see. Actually, guys, you're going to see all different kinds of shredded cheese. Get you some shredded cheese. It's probably going to be about 2-3 euros. The actual salami that I got was $1.29. PizzaTeig, this thing right here, that, if I can remember correctly, was 2 euros, $2.20 probably. Now, this is also optional. Garlic, and then I use Badia complete seasoning, Saison. I don't know if you guys got that where you're at, but you know you got garlic. What you want to do is just get you a little bit of garlic powder, sprinkle that stuff on the corners, and then zigzag it, if you will. You just want that little smell of garlic. Then this right here, this has a whole, but this, imagine Mrs. Dash on steroids. Imagine it being kind of like an Italian Mrs. Dash. It even has the good smells, a little bit of oregano in there, onions, more garlic. I could read that off, but I won't. Anyways, like I said, next thing you have to do is got to get it into the oven. And you have to make sure that your oven is 220. If it's not 220 Celsius, you're just making a mistake. This has to go in there at 220. Normally, the pizza dough needs to rise like normal dough does, right? But this is a thin dough. You don't want to go too fast, and you don't want to go too slow. So 220 at what I say, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. All oven temperatures vary. So I would say put that sucker in for the 15 minutes and then check it to see if maybe it's ready to go. So I have to transfer this so that I can get it onto the grate into the oven. So this is where it gets a little bit sketchy. Use any kind of pan that you have. I technically have a plastic one. Here's a really nice tip. If you have indents of any tray that you have, plastic, metal, aluminum, whatever you have, turn it upside down so that it's easier for you to slide it. Anyways, Murphy, if you don't just get on out the way. What you want it to do is evenly pull that sucker on there. Yeah, that's another thing about it being an XXL, is that it may take 2 people to do. But as you can see right now, everything's looking good. We've got a little bit of herbs and spices on there. We've got some garlic on there. And we are ready. Oh, yeah. My oven is ready at 220. Throw the sucker in. Let's see if I can do it with Murphy. Murphy's in my way, but maybe you'll see this, maybe you won't. In. There. Let's set this for 15 minutes. Hello. Whoa. Let's do 15 to, all right, we're good. And it goes. Right? There we go. All right. We're going to see what happens. So technically, what we just did was make dinner in probably less time than it would have taken me to explain it. It probably took about 10, 15 minutes to set it all up without me talking. But I tell you how to do it, so welcome to my world. Anyways, let's pause this and come back about 15 minutes from now to see what it looks like. All right. Anyways, looking at this pizza, I had to figure it out. Here we go. Taking it out 3 minutes early. You know why? It's smoky. That's why. It's smoky. Good thing I have these fellas here, right? Got this guy. I don't know if I'd use that just because it's melty. I'm going to use it. It's easier. Oh, look at that. That looks pretty. Check that out. Wellity well. Looky, guys. Like I said, the actual parchment paper, baking paper that comes with it, didn't do anything. Crisped up a little bit, that's it. But if you see that, that is your double XL PizzaTeig right there. We're gonna cut it like a Little Caesars. Anybody know what that is? Oh yeah, that's choppy. Yep, we're not cutting it all the way like Little Caesars. We're just cutting so you guys can see what it's about. Like I said, speeds, family of 4. Right there. Gonna grab the corner piece, like back in the day. Ooh, put that back on there. Ooh, it is hot. Technically, I would probably leave this, let it cool down a little bit, because goodness, wow, that's hot. Look at this. Let's check this thing out. That's great. Now, word of advice, I took mine out 3 minutes earlier because that oven, telling you. That's good. So, for everybody here in Germany, trying to get their dinner on, really easy, simple, couple ingredients, knock it out. Tastes great. You do not have to stick with salami. You can do whatever you want. Just make sure you get the PizzaTeig, Myerston. So, for everybody that always pass this up, and you can find this normally where you find like the Pillsbury things, like the crescent rolls, or anything that has to do with dough. Whoa! I'm turning things on. Oh wait, that's the oven. Anyways, time is up. Thanks for joining me. I'm glad you guys stuck with me. I don't know what I'm doing yet. Oh, I'm excited about this. Keep eating. I'm excited.